ready? Do you want to see some books? Oh, yes you do. Don't lie to yourself. You know you want to see some books. So recently I was on spring break, and when I left for spring break, I also left with 60 pounds of books. Because I have like over 100 books here at college, and I'm like, Sasha, you do not need all those books. Why do you have all these books with you? You've read a majority of them, but you don't need them all here in your dorm room, which is not even very big. So you need to get rid of some, and getting rid of some meaning bring them back home to your main bookshelf. So I did do that, and it was definitely a very interesting experience. I almost had to pay $100 because I was overweight by 10 pounds in my luggage bag. So I had to buy a new bag, put some books in that bag, so I wouldn't have to pay a fee. That was yikes. Never want to do that again. So needless to say, I definitely downsized my book collection. So I decided to share with you guys today what books I still have with me at college, because college is going to be ending soon in April, so I have about a month left, so I don't need a ton of books with me. So without further ado, here are the books I have with me at college. Okay, obviously I had these books at college with me. You guys see these books in almost every video. I'm not sure why I didn't bring back any of these books with me. I just wasn't thinking about it, and I also ran out of room, so these books will be going back via FedEx or UPS. But since you guys already seen these books multiple times before, I'm not going to be sharing these with you, but books that are at the bottom of my bookshelf that I recently purchased, brought back from home, or just have been sitting here for a while and you probably have never seen them before. Okay, let's get started. Woo! So probably all these books that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today, I'm going to be reading by the end of the school year, so they're not here just taking up space. Because that would not be good at all. That would make no sense. None. Nothing. No. Okay, so the first book I have here with me is Uprooted by Naomi Novik. I've been wanting to read this book for so long. It's a high fantasy novel, and I know that there's like dragons in it and like just mysterious stuff happening in this kingdom. And I'm really excited to be reading it because I was recommended this by multiple people, and I'm like, okay, if this many people recommended it to me, it must be good. The next book I got from HarperCollins when I was there earlier on in this week, and I'm like, I gotta grab one of these books because I do not have the finished copy of it, and that is Glass Sword by Victoria Aveyard. I've already read this book 6 months ago. I think so, like 6 months. I haven't filmed a review on it just because I don't think my review would be that detailed because I don't remember quite a lot of the stuff that happened in this book since it was so long ago that I read it, but maybe I'll do a review in the future. I'm sorry guys, I wasn't thinking when I read it. I was like, oh my god, this is such a great book, and then I just didn't film a review because I'm awful. The next book I have with me is Reign of Shadows by Sophie Jordan. I really want to read this book because it's a high fantasy, and it's about like where darkness covers a kingdom and it holds it captive in a way, and I really want to like know more about it. It says, when the darkness descended, her fate was sealed. Whew, intense. The next book I have with me is Captive Prince by C.S. Pacat. I want to read this book just because I've been recommended this book so many times by tons of people, and everybody says it's phenomenal. It's about this prince who gets captured by another kingdom, I believe, and he is made into a servant. The next book an amazing viewer gave to me at my meetup in New York earlier on this week, and I've been meaning to get this book for so long, guys. It's not even funny. It's always been taunting me whenever I'm at a bookstore, being like, buy me, buy me, buy me. And I'm like, I can't spend more money. And then an amazing viewer gave it to me for my birthday at my meetup, and it was so nice of her. So thank you so much. And it is A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. I've been meaning to read one of V.E. Schwab's books because everybody is obsessed with them, and I feel like I would really be obsessed with them too because I love fantasy, and she's like the queen of fantasy, people have been calling her. So I'm like so ready to read her books. The next book I have is The Shadow Queen by C.J. Redwine. I read this book a few months ago and I loved it. It's a retelling of Snow White, and it's a really badass retelling. I totally recommend it. It's a really epic. It's so good. It's such a good retelling, and I really love good retellings that are different enough from the original tale but still have its essence, and you know what? This book did it so well. The next book is The Mirror King by Joni Meadows. I knew her name. I just forgot it for a second. I want to read this book really badly because I read the first book, The Orphan Queen, and Joni Meadows is actually coming to a book signing here in Boston. Crazy, right? Somebody's coming to Boston for a book signing? I swear guys, nobody comes to Boston for book signings. I don't know why, but I'm so happy she is because I loved The Orphan Queen. I thought it was a really fun read, but also very like interesting and intriguing. So I cannot wait to read this book because it's high fantasy and I love high fantasy. The next book is a contemporary novel, and you guys know me, I don't usually read contemporary novels, but this one is definitely calling my name. And it is I'll Meet You There by Heather Demetrios. I actually hosted the book launch for her other series, which was called The Dark Caravan cycle, and the book was Blood Passage a few days ago in New York, and it was really fun, and I've had her book for a long time, this one, and I've been wanting to read it because I don't usually read contemporary novels. I don't know why, I just don't read them that often, and this one sounds great. It's about this army veteran, and he's quite young. I think he's like 19 or 20, and he loses his leg in war, and he comes back, and the main girl character in this, she works at a hotel, and I think they start working at the hotel together, and then romance comes about, and that's very nice. I'm super excited because I have heard great things about this novel. And lastly is a book that I am most excited about reading, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be reading it next, is Six of Crows. And I'm so excited because everybody's been telling me to read this book for so long, and I've had the arc of it for like, I don't know, close to a year now, I think, and I just haven't read it yet, and I don't know why, and it's supposed to be phenomenal, so I'm like, give me that book. But then of course I already had it, so I need to make myself read this book. And so I plan on reading it next because I just need to get my hands on it and read it and consume it with my brain. I also have the audiobook of it because I got the audiobook of it a month or two ago, and I love my audiobooks, guys. So I'm really excited to listen to it on audiobooks because I think that each and every perspective, no matter girl or boy, has a different audiobook narrator's voice, and I'm so excited to see that because there's not just one audiobook narrator, there's 6. Oh, I'm so ready. I'm really excited, guys. Okay, so those are the books that I have with me at college. Well, just some of them. I do have like a few more, but those are the main ones that I definitely plan on reading before the end of the year comes about. But don't hold me to that, guys, because who knows what will happen in the span of a month, because maybe I'll read some other books, who knows, but these are the books I plan on reading, and I'm super excited. So that is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!